Very good afternoon and welcome to Torrance Airport. We're going for another attempt at a flight across Los Angeles airspace. Well, it wasn't a total disaster yesterday. We made a few too many mistakes and we'd like to get this all picture perfect, so we're going to give it another go. Part of the problem was that Microsoft Flight Simulator had a mandatory update, and it had a fairly few problems downloading. A lot of people had that. It looks like dear old Microsoft have got that fixed now, so we can go ahead. And quite a bit of pain getting all the software loaded today. The network configurations have changed a little bit. So anyway, I think it's all working now. The only thing I couldn't get going is the radio, and so we'll have to manage the radio from the flight simulator itself. Okay, let's just take a look at our flight plan. So we're going to fly from Torrance Airport to Burbank. We're going to cross the Los Angeles LAX mini route. Let's just review how that works. Browse map legends mini route. Okay, so we go to the Hawthorne 405 freeway waypoint. We're talking to Hawthorne Tower at this point. As soon as we're there, they hand us over to LAX helicopters. Let's just what happened there. Let's go back to the map legends. Alright, yeah, so we talk to LAX helicopters, which is Los Angeles Tower. As soon as we're over the numbers of 24 left, we're handed over to Santa Monica. Santa Monica will talk to us until we're over the Getty Center, probably. We're doing all this flight at 2,500 up to Santa Monica, and then we'll climb to avoid the Santa Monica Mountains. At which point we'll just go out into the San Fernando Valley, relax a little bit, check out the sights, contact SoCal Approach on 134.2. Make a note of that. 134.2 at about 3,500, and get flight following into Burbank. So we will Van Nuys is 800, so 3,300 to stay out of Van Nuys traffic area, and then we'll at the midpoint between the two. Once we get past that magenta line there, we will presumably be handed over to Burbank Tower, and we will make our landing. We'll get our ATIS and everything whilst we're sightseeing over the San Fernando Valley. Anything else we need to take into account? So we've got Hawthorne Tower frequency, we've got the altitude, we've got the Santa Monica radial. Let's just make a note of that. Let's put that into the radio right now. Alrighty, so Santa Monica is 110.8. That's all set to go. 0.8. We've got the ATIS set in there. Ground frequency for Torrance is 120.9, if my memory serves me correctly. 120.9, how about that? Yeah, it's not too difficult to use this radio. So we've got Santa Monica set up, and it is the what was the radial there? Let's just make sure we've got it all. Mini route. The radial is a 128 radial, so let's set that up. 128 radial is set up, and that's 308 is our course 2. Alright, I think we let's just check we've got chocks are off, Tie downs are off. Let's run our checklist. Pre-flight inspection, passenger briefing. We're travelling alone again. Brakes are set. Fuel selector. We're going to take off on the left tank. Both tanks, we visually inspected them early. On, and it all looks. We just get rid of the email. We don't want any distractions while we are. Okay. We check the fuel visually. Fuel selector checked on the left. Avionics. Circuit breaker checked off. Prime, cold start, 1, 2, 3. Throttle, all the way down, hand on the throttle. Mixture for rich. Electric fuel pump on, check. Master switch on, check fuel pressure. What is happening here? Oh dear. Have we got a flat battery? It looks like we have a flat battery. Somebody left the master switch on. Nutty, nutty, nutty. Yeah, okay. Battery volts. Let's recharge the battery. There we go. Should hopefully have enough now to crank. You never really want to let your battery get into that kind of condition where leaving the master switch on for a few minutes flattens it. Batteries are not that expensive. Alright. Fuel pump's on. Fuel pressure looks good. There we go. Oil pressure is good. Fuel pump off. Fuel pressure is good. Anti-collision lights are on. Alternator showing load. Let's throw the avionics on. Alternator showing lots of load. And let's put our selector onto COM 2.
Use. Read all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information vector.
This comes through to the headphones, but you should be able to...
Torrance Zamperini Airport. 8 information vector.
Well,
1847 Zulu. Wind 260 at 10. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 200. Temperature 25. Dew point 18. Altimeter 29090. Arriving and departing runways 29 left, 29 right. Visual approaches in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information vector.
Victor.
Torrance Zamperini Airport. 8 is information vector. 1847 Zulu. Wind 260 at 10. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 200. Temperature 25. Dew point 18. Altimeter 29090. Arriving and departing runways 29 left, 29 right. Visual approaches in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information.
Request a flight following to Palm Springs Airport. I have information.
Torrance Ground, good afternoon. Cherokee November 32847 with Victor. We're ready to taxi for takeoff and we'll be departing to the northeast.
For 32847, ground runway 29 right, taxi via Alpha Juliet.
Alpha Juliet 29 right, November 847.
Or 757 X-ray Hackenberg clearance. What was the direction of departure? Sorry, what was your requested cruise altitude to Palm? And what is your type of aircraft? 757 X-ray code 172, slant uniform, requesting 7,500.
Right, okay, now the radio call, I made a little bit of a mistake there. I should have told him where I was.
Or 757 X-ray Echo, cleared out of the San Diego class Bravo airspace on departure, fly heading 115. And maintain VFR at or below 5,500 until advised. Departure frequency 119.6, squawk 3546. 757 X-ray after departure, maintain 115 on the heading, 5,500, and departure is 119.6, my squawk is 3546. Our 757 X-ray echo, read back correct.
Riverside, Cessna 80238 on ILS runway 9.
Number 8023, Riverside Tower, runway 9er, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 9er.
Yeah, the rudder looks a little bit better on this update. It's not quite so. It's a little bit flighty.
Riverside 238, I plan to go mist on runway 9.
80238, Roger, you going to fly the published mist approach?
No publish. I'm just going to go hold on Paradise.
Eight 8023 Roger. Runway 9er cleared low approach, and actually let's clear for the option in case you do want to touch down. 8023 runway 9er clear for the option, and then a right turn to the southwest is approved. Do you want to keep the radar services down to Paradise?
Yeah, Riverside Tower. I missed last transmission. I'm going mist right now.
8023 Roger. Right turn to the southwest is approved. Maintain VFR. Do you want to keep the radar services?
Right, turn to the southwest. Maintain VFR. Yes, I want to keep the squawk, and then I'm going to hold, and then I'm going to go to AJO for their VOR Alpha approach for 238.
Number 8023, contact out departure 135.4 with the request.
35.4 for 238.
This map is way off. Not the map, rather, the simulator. They have not done a very good job on Torrance. Okay, let's pull into the run-up bay and do our pre-departure checks. 0 stress, please. Alright. Let's throw the parking brake on. Parking brake on. Okay, seatbelts nice and tight. Seat locked, not moving. And let's just get rid of the tablet there. Controls, full travel, free and correct. Doors latched. Great. Flight instruments. Field elevation, wings on horizon, compass matches liquid compass. Okay, fuel selector, verify we're still on the left tank. We have a notation in our notes. Primer is locked. Electric fuel pump is on. Right, just go full rich and mixture.
San Diego ground system, 57 X-ray
check the
echo,
magnetos.
at the FBO, ready for the active with echo. 757 X-ray echo, you need to squawk the code you were assigned, sir. My apologies.
Okay, the mags seem to be dropping a little bit more now. Let's just check our carburetor heat. Almost no drop. So that would indicate that the
757 X-ray echo,
baffle material's worn a bit.
Scott Cruise 757 X-ray echo, runway 27, taxi via Charlie. 57 X-ray echo, runway 27, taxi via Charlie.
There's something weird with this avionics switch. There we go. Okay, let's where are we now? Enough distractions, please. So, gyro suction, annunciator panel, mixture is rich. Our departure frequency, let's set the tower frequency, let's set that all up. 133075 normally if we're going north. We normally have that on the ATIS. 13307, and actually I'm going to try it on here just to make sure it's COM2 is actually working. One 13307, and then we go up there to COM2, and let's have Hawthorne Tower set up on COM1, which is 121.1. 121.1, so that's ready to go. Everything else good. We're all in condition, and the transponder, let's make sure that's turned on. Okay, she's on alt. If I leave it on test, he won't pick me up, of course. Okay. Where are we? Let's call him up. Torrance Tower, good afternoon. Cherokee November 32847, ready for takeoff. 29 right, we'd like a right crosswind departure, please.
Cherokee 32847, Torrance Tower, right cross for departure approved, runway 10 right, clear for takeoff.
29 right, clear for takeoff, November 32847. Brakes off. Make a note of the time, 2000. See. That is unrealistic. Come on, come on, come on, come on. That's... should never accelerate like that. Alright, lights. Transponder. Check the
San Diego Tower, Cessna 77 X-ray Echo, holding short of 27 at Charlie 1.
29
Number 757 X-ray Echo, Tower, runway 27, clear for takeoff.
57 X-ray Echo, clear for enough runway
Set
27.
for a no flaps takeoff. Speed's alive. Check gauges are green. Gauges are green. Continue the takeoff run and rotate. Yeah, that rudder is still a little bit flaky. Positive climb. Gear is fixed. Trim for 75. Best rate. And we'll turn before we get to the residential district. And just drop the throttle just a little bit. Save the engine and turn our crosswind. Wow, the visuals are nice today. They've done some improvements on this software update. Okay, throttle back a bit. Full noise abatement departure now. Head straight to Mobile. And start climbing to 2,500. Now, yesterday we didn't have an autopilot. Let's see if we can get the autopilot working here. So it's a 1 chance in 3, it's not going to work. Let's see how... let's see what happens. Heading, is it going to hold? Great, the autopilot isn't working. That makes my life a lot easier.
Sky 757 X-ray Echo, contact SoCal departure.
57 X-ray Echo, contact departure. Have a good day.
Alright, it's hunting a little bit, the autopilot, but anyway, let's bring the throttle down a bit. And lean it out a bit. Yeah, so that's fine. Nice power setting for don't want to, definitely don't want to bust 2,500. That's a no-no. So, right, we're not quite out of the Delta yet. I won't call for a frequency change. I'll just call Hawthorne when we are out of the Delta. And we are out of the delta at this point. Let's swap the frequencies over. So that little puppy is working. And let's turn inbound. We've just tracked that VOR now. We're almost on our course from Santa Monica. Come on. And watch your altitude, boy. Hawthorne Tower, good afternoon. Cherokee, November 32847 over mobile. We'd like to coordinate transition VFR mini route LAX northbound, please.
Cherokee 2847, Hawthorne Tower. Roger. Squawk 1741, please, and report over Hawthorne on the 405 freeway. Maintain VFR 2500. Remain outside Los Angeles Class 5 airspace until advised.
November 847, remain clear of Class Bravo till advised. 1741 on the squawk, 2500 altitude restriction, and report over the 405 and Hawthorne. So let's do that now. 14741. 741. And let's keep our altitude restriction. Track a little bit more on the VOR. We're just a tad off course. And we're over Hawthorne Tower, November 847, over the Hawthorne 405.
Number 32847, thank you. Contact Los Angeles Tower, 119.8.
119.8, November 847, good day. LAX Tower, good afternoon, Cherokee, November 32847, over the, just past the 405 and Hawthorne, LAX mini route 2500.
Number 32847, Los Angeles Tower, squawk eye down.
We have to do that on the browser here, because the ident doesn't work. Don't lose the bloody mouse. November 847, the squawk ident. Yeah, that's good. Should have got me.
32847, no ident observed. Make sure you're identing in the client and not SIM if you're not an X-Plane. But you are radar contact 2 miles southeast of Los Angeles. You're clear to the Class Bravo airspace through the mini route. Maintain VFR at 2500 inside the Class Bravo airspace.
November 847, cleared into the Class Bravo airspace. Maintain VFR 2500. The ident doesn't work on Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's one thing they need to address. Airspace alerts. Should report over the numbers 24 left. November 847 over the numbers 24 left.
32847, roger.
And let's get Santa Monica's 120.1.
Number 32847, you're exiting the Class Bravo airspace. Contact Santa Monica Tower, 120.1.
November 847, 120.1. Thank you, good day. Santa Monica Tower, good afternoon, Cherokee November 32847, exiting the LAX Class Bravo northbound VFR mini route, request transition your airspace to Getty Center.
32847, Santa Monica, roger. What direction you'll be departing my Delta airspace out?
November 847, we'll be departing at the Getty Center north westbound.
32847, roger. 5 Delta transitions approved. Squawk and maintain VFR, your radar services are terminated.
November 847, Squawk VFR, radar service is terminated. Okay. Now, there's a little tricky bit here. This catches quite a lot of people. There's a Class Bravo, the Class Charlie here. Floor is 3,000 feet. So when you get to the Getty Center, make sure you go south of the blue line. Otherwise, we'll be busting the Charlie. We could call up SoCal approach at this point, but I want to do a little bit of sightseeing and just collect my wits before we go back towards Burbank. And our next frequency is going to be 134.2. Yeah, this radio's not too bad to use. Alright, 134.2 will be... let's just see if we can see the Getty Center. There's Santa Monica there. Have they shortened the runway yet? Trying to get the big jets out. Looks like it's still the original length. Pretty impressive. The only thing that doesn't seem to be particularly realistic is the phenomenal visibility.
Van Nuys Tower, KBUR Golf Lima, 11 miles northwest landing, information officer.
Skyhawk 318 Golf Lima, Van Nuys Tower, make straight in runway 16 right, report 3 mile final.
Right, let's go over to Panga so
Straight
we don't risk
3 mile final, KBUR Golf Lima.
busting the Charlie. And then we'll climb out of the Delta. So let's get out clear of the mountains. The LAX Class Bravo floor is 5,000, so we don't want to go too high. And we'll talk to SoCal in a moment. Oh no, this simulator is got some nasty characteristics. Right, let's not smooth zooming. Oh, this is just horrible. Oh yeah, Microsoft fix one bug and then introduce 2 every time. 2 more. Let's see if I can... so we go on to COM 1. Let's see. Are we on COM 1? Yep, good. Let's talk to... SoCal approach, good afternoon, Cherokee November 32847.
Number 32847, SoCal approach.
SoCal approach, November 32847, 3 miles north of Pacific Palisades, 3,600 climbing 4,000. Request VFR flight following. We're going to Woodland Hills and then turning back, landing in Burbank.
Number 32847, Block 3622.
3622, November 847. Alright, let's level off at 4,000.
Number 32847, radar contact 6 miles northwest of the Santa Monica Airport, Santa Monica, altimeter 2987.
2987 on the bar, November 847. Yeah, looks good. And let's have a quick listen to Burbank ATIS 134.5.
652 Zulu, just going to maintain 7,000 and the Palm Springs Airport in sight. We'll be at your 1 o'clock in about 11 miles.
Cinnamon, descend 7,000, call your burn site, 652 Kilo Zulu.
Then hold short operations in effect on turbojet aircraft landing runway 15, 4,250 feet available. VFR departures contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information. Foxtrot. Burbank Glendale Bassett Airport. ATIS information Foxtrot. 1953 Zulu. Wind 120 at 6. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 3.16. Altimeter 2987. Arriving and departing runways 8, 15.
Okay, we got all that.
And SoCal approach 652 Kilo Zulu has your burn site.
652 Kilo Zulu, clear visual approach, runway 31 left and the right downwind.
Clear visual approach, runway 31 left, enter right downwind, 652 Kilo Zulu.
And here we go into the San Fernando Valley. I used to live around here many years ago.
652 Kilo Zulu, contact Palm Springs Tower 119.7.
Palm Springs Tower 119.7, 652 Kilo Zulu, yeah.
Burbank, field elevation 778, traffic pattern altitude 1800. Let's just get the ATIS again, we can get the wind.
Operations in effect for non-turbojet aircraft landing runway 15, 4,250 feet available. VFR departures contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Foxtrot. Burbank Glendale Pasadena Airport. ATIS information Foxtrot. 1953 Zulu. Wind 120 at 6. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 31. Dew point 16. Altimeter 2987. Arriving and departing runways 8, 15. Visual approaches in use. Land and hold short operations in effect for non-turbojet aircraft landing runway 15, 4,250 feet available. VF.
SoCal approach, November 847, tracking the 101 inbound for Burbank. We have information from Foxtrot on board.
Service 327, roger, expect us straight in for runway 8.
November 847, expect straight in, runway 8. Alright, let's get the tower set up. And control tower 18.7. 18.7 ready to go. And extend the runway here. Use all the more options. Extend runways, runway 8, close. Looks good. And just in case we have a failure, we will set up our Okay, so all our instruments are set. And let's turn the autopilot off. We can land her manually now. I think all we need to do is just flip the...
November 328 Macbeth, contact Burbank Tower, 9.7.
November 847, Burbank Tower, 18.7, good day.
Van Nuys Tower, Skyhawk to Golf Lima, clear runway 16 right on Kilo.
Skyhawk 318 Golf Lima, taxi to parking via Alpha and remain this frequency. Good day.
Taxi to parking on Alpha, remain this frequency. Good day.
Burbank Tower, good afternoon. Cherokee November 32847 is 10 miles out for runway 8.
GX 32847, Burbank Tower, make straight in, runway 8, report 3 mile final.
November 847 report 3 mile final, runway 8. And we've lost the frame rate. So they want us to make a 500 foot per minute descent according to our descent planning guide here on the...
Vacating via Juliet, 652 Kilo Zulu.
Number 62 Kilo Zulu, taxi parking via Juliet and Whiskey, remain this frequency. Have a great day.
Juliet Whiskey, remain frequency 652 Kilo Zulu. Thank you very much for the ATC.
Frame a second, that's pretty
We'll
grim.
see you.
So this new version of the software is a lot heavier on the... miles. How are we doing on the CPU? Speeding up a bit now. Must have just been doing a big download to get scenery. Alright, yep, I know. We have Van Nuys below us. Just on the top of the class Delta for Van Nuys, but we're over the top of the airport, so it's not a big deal. Let's just turn inbound for runway 8. And we're over the outer marker for runway 8. 6.7, report 3 miles. We are not cleared to land. And it's right traffic, so we go around to the right if we have to. Anything else we need to do? Let's start our approach checklist. Okay. Mixture rich, brakes, pressure good, undercarriage is fixed, mixture set, fuel pump on, landing lights on, carburetor heat test, carburetor heat off for landing. Landing checklist complete. Another little mistake to make a note of. After takeoff I did not turn the fuel pump off. I also did not put the fuel on the fullest tank. We check the fuel now, we're on final, we're not going to mess with the fuel settings at this time. Typically I would have changed the fuel tank halfway through the flight, but since we're such a short flight and we're so busy, not a big deal. 4.5 miles. In any time now. 4.2. And international airport with commercial flights, we keep our speed up, and we bleed our speed off over the runway. We don't fly the standard approach. We don't want to be rotten neighbours. November 847, 3 miles out.
Cherokee 32847, runway 8, clear to land.
November 847, runway 8, cleared to land. As I remember, the FBO is off on the south end of the field, so we'll turn, if we don't go around, we turn off to the right. Right, let's start putting some flaps in. 1 notch of flaps, let's slow her up now. Two notches of flaps, stable, land. Just try to avoid touching the rudder. It's so sensitive. There we are. We're lined up with the PAPI lights. That speed's coming back nicely. Let's land as short as possible. Full flaps. Brakes. Come on. That rudder is just... that gets us off at the FBO. Alright, let's taxi ahead to the ramp and park. So stop here. Burbank Tower, November 847, clear of the active.
Cherokee 32847, taxi parking via Charlie. I'm on the ground, I'll see ya.
November 847, taxi via Charlie, catch you later. Thank you for the help today, bye.
See ya.
Okay, reasonably successful within the... Just touch the rudder and it gives you a hard turn. I try to detune it, doesn't seem to make any difference whatsoever, so one day hopefully they'll fix it. Let's just park here and then I think we're done for the day. We'll just do a quick debriefing. Pretend I've turned the avionics off. The avionics master doesn't work. Lean and off. And we're done. Let's just have a quick review of that flight and see what we did wrong. Much better than yesterday. It was horrible yesterday. Alright, so we didn't do a full after takeoff checklist because we left the fuel pump on and we left the landing lights on. We didn't change tanks halfway through. Apart from that, I think within the constraints of the simulator we did reasonably well. So, let's keep making those mistakes on the simulator and not in the air. So thanks everybody for joining me on this flight, and we'll do another one soon. just watch out on my channel and see where we go. Bye for now.